Good morning. It's September 25th. It's a Sunday. It is 6:20 a.m. in my locale. It's about 78 degrees here. It's a little cloudy, a little overcast. The sun's supposed to come out, but it might rain a little bit because right now the biggest news in the world is Tropical Storm Ian, which is kind of slated to go on the western side of Florida. And it may, we're not, they're saying we're not going to get, it's not going to hit us full force, but we are on the western side, and since the wind rotates counterclockwise, we get more wind and rain. And that means the possibility of having to evacuate. Uh, where I am, if you're in an RV and it gets bad and they call it, then my company will tell us to evacuate. If the National Park Service says go, everybody goes, including those in employee housing. So everybody's a little nervous. My company is having a mandatory meeting at 8 o'clock this morning, and I'm looking at this going, I hate bureaucracy. What they're going to say is we all have to pull together. We all have to. You might have to work on your day off. No, whoa. No. I work. I get paid. I am not a volunteer service. That's it. I work. You pay me. I go home. I am not a volunteer service. So, moving onwards to our daily Zen poem. Of course, now the air conditioner comes on. Holding my jacket and facing the fragrant peony, I sense how different our viewpoints are. Someday our hair will turn gray, yet the flowers will be red each year, following the morning dew. Each blooms gorgeously, then their sweet scent is chased by evening winds. Why wait till they have withered and fallen to understand such emptiness? Fa Yen 885 958. I'm not sure what that means. I got that. I sense how different our viewpoints are. Someday our hair will turn gray. Yeah, I can see that. What happens if your viewpoint is diametrically opposed to mine? Maybe we can I'll go over here and you go over there. What happens if your viewpoint is completely evil? So, okay, I'll just let that happen over here. And I'll go over here, because someday our hair will turn gray. Isn't that level of tolerance how we got into the fine state of affairs we're in now? All it takes is one good man to stop it. Let's not get too dark and do our daily rune pull. That's a beautiful one. With all the rain coming and the possible storm surge pulling out flow is kind of cool. That's called a universal joke. So hang on, let's look that up for you. I think it's 108. Hang on, 108. No, joy is 108. Flow is 119. Flow, water, that which conducts. Unseen powers are active here, powers that nourish, shape, and connect. The attributes of this rune are water, fluidity, the ebb and flow of emotions, of vocations, and relationships. The rune's name is Laguz, fulfills your desire to immerse yourself in the experience of living without having to evaluate or understand. It speaks to the satisfaction of emotional needs and to the awakening of the intuitive or lunar side of your nature. For a while the sun strives for differentiation, the moon draws us toward union and merging. This often signals a time for cleansing, for evaluating, reorganizing, realigning. It is a rune of deep knowing, and Laguz may cause you to study spiritual matters in readiness for self-transformation. Success now lies in contacting your intuitive knowing and attuning to your own rhythms. A rune of the self relating rightly to self, Laguz signifies what alchemists call the conjunctio, or sacred marriage. In fairy tales, it is where the hero and heroine live happily ever after. Well, that would be good, because there is a person I love more than anybody else in the world, and I hope someday we can try to live happily ever after again. But that's a different day and a different story. All right, we're gonna wake the boy. Your obligatory queso view. Anything? Little snort? Baby snort? There's a baby snort. Another baby snort. Anything else? go on down. All right. Message of the day. I was very concerned yesterday about the date, and I don't think anything really happens. And the only thing that somebody brought to my attention, which is way off of my radar, is it's some Jewish holiday. And I'm like, who cares? I don't care. So I don't know why they push that date, other than I do hear little whispers in the back and on the internet about something significant about this date and everything else. And most of the time, when it's all that hokey, you know, throw it into religions, I usually just kind of wave it away. I'm like, have a good holiday, but have a good holiday over there, all right? I don't do this stuff. So I think it's important to stay alert. I mean, when I come home today, because I have to work today, when I get home, the first thing I've got to do really is pull my gray tank. I had to flush my gray and black yesterday. It was a day early. I have to pull my lines, see if I can get them into the bumper. If I can't get them into the bumper, I have a container, like a little storage area right below the slide, so I can stack them in. That's prepare. I have to put a couple things away. That's prepare. The above box is done. That's prepare. And, I'll probably pull down the travel box. That's when I put the stuff if I have to leave, I will put it in the travel box, and that is also prepare. Okay. Between today and tomorrow, I have to very quickly and quietly put some water into my freshwater tank, run the pump it out, make sure it's clean and groovy, and I'll probably fill it up about halfway, because I don't expect if we have to evacuate, I'll be gone for more than a day, right? So the next thing after that is, secure the stuff in the front. That's easy. Put some extra stuff in the bag. That's easy. And then just, hopefully it's just going to be wind and rain, and I was told if the winds in this particular rig, if the wind goes over 50 miles an hour, bring your slide in. They said you may want to bring it in just in case, and just, wait it out. And I was like, okay, that's not bad. In that case, I would collapse Queso's crate, get it out of the way, bring the slide in, and we would bear it. The problem is that it's coming from the west, which means in my case, it's coming from my right-hand side over here. And since I'm facing pretty much southerly, because if that's west and that's east, no, I'm sorry, northerly. If that's east and that's west and north is that way, I can't take the rig and turn it into the wind, because there's no way for me to do that here. I don't know if they're going to make us evacuate. I hope that they won't have us do that. However, if I do that, then I've got 3 or 4 other people that are here, and we're all going to go together. So we're all just going to tie up and we'll go together. And since they all have trailers and I have a Class C, I'll go last, because they're going to go slower than me. Okay. So that's kind of our daily plan here between work, this meeting, and then, secure the stuff around here. It shouldn't take very, very long. I mean, if I can do the water tank today, fine. If not, I will do it tomorrow in the morning. But I will pull those sewer hoses out. I'll probably, knowing what I'm going to do is, because I'm going to rinse them again, do a gray water flush, I'll probably pull them, disconnect them, and I'll stand them vertically, to let everything drain out into a spot in the grass. And then tomorrow morning, go out very quickly and get underneath the slide, open that container. There's a box or 2 in there I'll pull out, and then just take the hoses, cap them, and just shove them in there, and that'll be done. The water line I can leave up. I have a box here, so I can pull my water line anytime, throw it in the box, and leave it here above the driver's seat. So if I need it, if I go somewhere and there's water, I can quickly hook up. But that's really what's going on. That's the plan. And I am not scared in any little way. A lot of people are getting nervous. We pulled all the skiffs out of the water yesterday. Why? I don't know. I talked to my marina manager and I said to him, why are we doing this? And he said, I have absolutely no idea. I said, how bad do you think it's going to be? And he was like, I don't think it's going to be as bad as they say it's going to be. And it's about the 3rd person that has said that. However, this is a company, sadly, and we're not assets. The boats are assets, okay? We are not assets. We're human capital, and I'm very aware of that. I make one mistake, And guess what? I can be escorted off the property very quickly because I'm in front of the public. So my message to you guys is, it's weird stuff yesterday. Not sure what today's going to bring. And of course, it's always that kick the can down the road. Well, we didn't mean this day. We meant a week from now. Now we didn't mean another week from now. Now we meant another week from it. It'll always happen. So like I said, keeping yourself aware and alert is a smart thing. And, taking care of you and those that you care about is very, very, very important. So what I will do is I will give you another update tomorrow morning, and I'll let you know what's going on. Should I have to evacuate, I will probably very quickly do a video from wherever I evacuate from so that everybody knows where I am and you know what's going on. All right? Other than that, hey, keep taking care of stuff, hug the people you're with, kiss your dog, and have a good Sunday.